And what is up, everybody? We are back with the Magic and Andrew MMA podcast. After a week off, we have UFC Paris, Surreal Gane taking on Tuivasa in the main event. But first, we're going to start with from the bottom of the card, best fight odds order, work our way up. Magic, as always, kick us off. Your girl, Stephanie Edgar, taking on Alan Perez. What are your thoughts on this one?
This is the opener.
I think so.
That's disrespectful. Aileen Perez is the best fighter I have seen get to the UFC since probably Conor McGregor. Now she's horrible. I mean, I haven't looked at the tape yet, and I saw the line starting to move, like getting closer. People putting money on Aileen Perez. I expected something different when I started watching the fight. Like, this bitch is fat. Like, what are we saying here? Like, I really don't get it. Like, I think Edgar is going to dominate this fight. This Aileen Perez girl, she has beat an entire basketball team. Like literally 6 bumps, and her 7th fight, she got disqualified. Crazy performance. Hammer fist to the back of the head, knees to grounded opponent, like everything. The holy trinity of the disqualifications. She hit everything. And it was against a Brazilian girl that is really bad. She's actually fighting Ramona Pascual in the UFC, that girl. Horrible. She's going to make Pascual look good. And she was struggling. Her entire game is based on being fat and bigger and forcing the clinch and kind of falling on top of people. Her striking is horrible. Like, I don't get it. If you are going to fight Stephanie Egger, the thing you need to do is to negate the clinch or stay away from the clinch, because in the clinch she's going to beat you. She's going to beat everyone in the clinch. Maybe like Cortez did. Cortez is very skilled, has good wrestling, etc., etc. And she was getting thrown or whatever, but she could work her way into back takes, things like that. This girl is like the Walmart version of the Walmart version of Cortez. Like, I think Edgar is going to throw her on her fucking head and be on top and fucking maul her. Like, I don't get it. If this girl wins, I'm going to be shocked, honestly. So yeah, I think Edgar is going to take her down and probably armbar her like she was 6 years old. But who knows? Even if she ends up on bottom, I think Edgar is fine here. Like, this girl has shown zero jiu-jitsu, honestly.
Yeah, I feel bad for this girl. She was going to beat Zara Fan, pretty Farn, whatever her name.
I'm not sure about that after watching the tape. Yeah, I was like, because if you fall on top of Sarah Fire, you win. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you get my mom in there. If she gets a takedown, it's over. Like, it's fucking over. Sarah Fire is dead. But after watching the tape, I don't know if her fat jitsu was going to get the job done, bro.
I mean, it was definitely an easier matchup than Edgar. I think that's pretty fair to say, right?
Yeah. I mean, Fire is horrible, but she's like huge. This girl is a bantamweight. I mean, this fight is at featherweight because it's short notice for Edgar, but the Argentinian girl is a bantamweight.
Yeah.
She also sounds crazy. I mean, I don't want to say retarded, but she's like super slow. If you, I guess that most people don't speak Spanish, but her fights are wild, and the shit she says, like, she talks like she's Conor McGregor. It's great. I kind of hope she can hang in the UFC. It's going to be great betting opportunities.
The video of her shadow boxing that the UFC posted on Twitter was really
Bro,
funny.
that right hook, Edgar is never going to see that coming. Like, if that lands, it's good night.
Yeah, I mean that was something. I mean, I don't think this fight will play out in the standing that much. I feel like a lot of it will either be in the clinch or on the ground. Like, both these girls are going to look to grapple. I have to favor Edgar. She just should be the better MMA fight. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have anything like crazy to say about it. Like, she just should be better. Like,
I mean, the line keeps coming in. I just, what am I missing here?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm trying to make a case for Perez. I guess you could
Like,
say.
how does she win? Like, she gets on top and nothing happens, or how does she win?
Yeah, probably. Like,
She's
she
going to
top
get
times it.
armbar if she gets on top or something.
Yeah, probably.
Like, Edgar is not this fucking bartender she's fighting. Like, Edgar went the distance at Abu Dhabi Combat Championship, ADCC, with fucking Gabi Garcia, who is like 400 pounds. I mean, Fat Jitsu is not going to work on Edgar. I don't know, man. I think this is ridiculous.
If Edgar opened -140, I certainly missed it. But I mean, those openers are pretty tough to get anyway. But yeah, so we're both taking Edgar here. Next fight, Kali Taha taking on Christian Quinones. I could kick us off for this one. I like Taha on this fight. Another fight I'm surprised the line came in. He's fought the much better competition. Quinones on the Contender Series is a massive favorite. He dropped around to a guy who, honestly, quite frankly, I think is pretty bad. Taha fought some killers. I mean, he struggles when people can grapple him, and Quinones, it's not really his game at all. So I think in a striking fight, Taha is solid here. And I mean, this fight's a pick'em now on Bet Online. That's surprising to me. So I'm taking Taha. I haven't pulled the trigger yet because it seems like for whatever reason the line keeps coming in on Quinones, but I'll take Taha pretty happily here. How about you?
I have to make like a stop here. Someone said on the chat, who has ever beaten? Jessica Rose Clark, Sana Young. Have you seen the Perez tape, bro? Like, she lost by disqualification, and then her next win is a 0-2 girl. She was 0-1 at the time, so it's not that bad. Now it's 0-2. And a legit bartender, like probably actually a bartender or a hairdresser or something. And her next win is a super small girl that is 8-5, stopped in all 5 losses. And she got stopped by Caitlin Chokarian. Like, if you get stopped by Caitlin Chokarian, it's retire. You know, I mean, this girl will not beat Jessica Rose Clark. Like, never in her life. Well, what we were talking about? Oh, Taha. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I played Taha inside the distance at a pretty good price. Like, I don't get it. And the line is coming in too. What's going on this week?
We must be missing something this week.
This guy's bad. Like, he's not good. And the Chinese guy he fought in Contenders was real bad. And he kind of got him in some trouble. Quinones is from this Mexican gym that has a lot of people now. There are a lot of them in the UFC. The Morales gym. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, there's a gym in Mexico that is getting a lot of people in the UFC. Where Brandon Moreno used to train. Somebody is going to put it in the chat. I can't remember the name right now. But yeah, he's not good. He has like some leg kicks and that's it. He's super vulnerable in exchanges. I think the line is being Entram gym. Thank you. That's the gym. I think this is a big overcorrection because Taha lost 2 fights in a row, but he lost to Raoni Barcelos, who is a very, very good fighter, and Morozov looked like a monster. His wrestling was crazy in that fight. I think Taha inside the distance over plus 200 is a very good bet.
Yeah, on the same page here. I'll let you kick off this one because this is your boy, Benoit Saint Denis taking on Gabriel Miranda. Take it away.
Yeah, this one is like, I'm kind of sad that they are giving Miranda this fight because I like the guy. He's an exciting guy. I already knew him because he had beef with Topuria at Brave FC. I told you, yeah, they were beefing. I think they were close to fighting. Miranda is like the ultimate Brazilian submission over position guy. He has an insane guillotine. It's the best thing he has by far. He has a legit, insane, elite guillotine. Like, he can choke a fucking elephant with that. It's crazy. He gets it sometimes from bottom. It's insane. Like, very, very good guillotine. He's strong as fuck. But when he gets extended, he loses. He plays guard. He's submission over position. He's happy to exchange and try to find his spots, try to shoot takedowns. He has decent good jiu-jitsu, and that's it. When he gets extended, he tends to lose. I think he has never won a fight past 6 or 7 minutes. Most of them are round 1, and most of them are guillotines. He has never really beaten anyone good. And Saint Denis, I think people are sleeping on this guy. I told you, like, I think this guy may make a run at 155. At lightweight, this is different, bro. And he gave Zaleski a fight. He got knocked out 17 times, and he was taking Zaleski down in round 3. Like, special forces is different, bro. This guy got a lot of heart. I think he's good. He hits hard. He's grappling and pace-wise, he's a monster. He gets people down. The pressure is insane. The jiu-jitsu looks very good. I think people underrate this guy. His last performance was very, very good. And he looks stupid strong. He's one of these people that physically they may not look like, but he's naturally strong. He looks very, very strong when he grabs people. So yeah, I think Miranda is submission or bust. Guillotine or bust, basically. And Saint Denis puts his neck in some questionable positions, but even if he gets him in the guillotine, you think he's tapping? This guy's not tapping. And it's not that easy to put someone to sleep from the guillotine position. You know what I mean? Like, I can see Miranda here holding a guillotine for 3 minutes, and Saint Denis like, no. I'm not tapping. I'm not fucking tapping. You know what I mean? I can see that happening. But yeah, I think Saint-Denis gets him eventually. I like Saint-Denis by sub. I like fight ends by submission plus 130 is a pretty good look, I think. I parlayed Saint-Denis. I think submission or bust. So yeah, I think Saint-Denis rolls. Like I really, really like this guy.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say two things are gonna happen in this fight. Either Miranda's gonna guillotine him or Saint-Denis is gonna grind him out. I feel like that's really the only two viable options here. On the feet, Saint-Denis is better. He's the better wrestler. I mean, his top game's good. He probably has a better cardio. Miranda has a sick guillotine, and Saint-Denis does put his head in there when he shoots a takedown. So I don't know. I think the big favorite line's justified. If you got in early on Saint-Denis, I get it. But yeah, I think he's gonna win this fight.
I mean, after I can see the round one being maybe a sketchy if he does something stupid or being wild, but as I see it, after one round, like after 5 minutes, you are going to have on one side the ultimate Brazilian Reuter guillotine jumper, and on the other side you have the ex-special forces guy fighting the Boko Haram that has probably killed people at knife distance. I think I'm going to take this guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to quit.
You want to explain this really quick?
What? I cannot even comprehend the second line, but inside the distance means he wins before the distance is completed. So he wins by knockout or submission, by finish, basically.
Yeah, you could find that in the prop section. No, sorry, I'm trying to text and do the same thing. Joe Quinn Buckley versus Nasruddin Imavov. I think we have this what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. We have opposite views here. I think Buckley's live dog here. I've never been high on Imavov. I think he's explosive. I think if anyone's going to get a takedown here, I think it could be him. I think Imavov may have a little bit better of a gas tank, but other than that, I don't really see why he's this big of a favorite. He's kind of just benefited from guys gassing. I mean, Jordan Williams gassed, obviously, and so did Shabazian in his last fight. I like the over 1.5 too. I bet it at -160. I think a lot of Imavov's win condition comes late. I actually was going to predict that you pick Imavov in round 3. So was I right?
No, because the line is short, but I looked at that, yeah. But the line is very short. It's not worth it. If it was like plus 2000, I would have played it.
Yeah. But I think Buckley's the side. I think the over 1.5 is the side. So that's what I'm looking at. What do you got?
I think Imagov is better, bigger, longer, and more skilled. I'm not high on Buckley. I think he shines when he fights people that are athletically worse than him. He doesn't have any grappling upside, I think. And he gasses badly. And I also think he's a welterweight fighting at middleweight. Like, he's really small. Imavov is going to be much bigger, much longer. And I underestimated the guy before, but his last 2 performances were very, very good. Like, he sold me. You know what I mean? Like, I like that. He's skilled. I think he has upside. I think he's going to knock out Buckley, who has been knocked out 3 times, but the line is like plus 200. So I took him out inside the distance plus 120 because when he gets the chance, he actively goes for chokes, rear naked choke. He has a good front choke series. So I don't want to be the idiot holding the knockout ticket. Has happened to me many times before. So I took him inside the distance. Yeah, I think he's going to. Honestly, I think he's going to style on Buckley. I think he's going to win convincingly.
Fair enough. I hope you are wrong for my sake. But next fight, I think we're going to disagree again. Michael Figlak versus Ziam. Why don't you start this one off?
You took Ziam? You're fucking crazy. Yeah, I played Figlak big. Like, I parlayed him. I think he has -500, -600 upside. I don't think Ziam is going to stop the grappling at all. I just think Figlak grapples him pretty much at will. Maybe not easy at first, but he's going to end up having body lock positions, back control body lock positions into takedowns. He's big for the division. He's physical. His grappling is very good. He's getting better. I mean, Ziam may find something big on the feet, but I think Figlak gets this on the ground and basically rapes him. I think Ziam is a fish out of water on the ground. Like, he's a really bad grappler once you take him down. But yeah, I like Figlak. I think he's finishing.
Yeah, so as I alluded to earlier, I'm on Ziam here. I think the line's wide. Figlak minus 200 for what? He's an okay grappler. He's an okay striker. Ziam, very long. I think he's going to give Figlak trouble closing range. And yeah, I mean, he's the better striker, right? Like, would you agree if this fight stays on the feet that Ziam's probably going to win?
Maybe the first 5 minutes, but not after that. Like, Figlak has good boxing, gets inside, works the body. He's good, man. I think you are underestimating him.
Maybe. I mean, this is a spot I'm pretty okay with playing more often than not. I mean, Ziam got out grappled by like McKinney, who is a monster for 5 minutes or maybe even less. But yeah, McKinney has a good wrestling background. I don't really know what Figlak's grappling background is. Just from what I saw on tape, he looks like a decent grappler. I mean, if he gets on top, he's probably going to spend some time there. But Ziam, I mean, how does this look that different from the Jamie Malarkey fight? You know, like he could get taken down a couple times, still win on the feet.
Figlak is much more skilled grappler, I feel.
Then
yeah, he's really technical and he's big. I think he's going to grind him real bad down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible at plus 175, plus 180. I'm willing to find out on Figlak. But on Ziam. Next up, Dustin Stoltzfus versus Abu Sufyan Magomedov. That's a hard name to say. What do you got on this one?
I got nothing. Like, I think Magomedov is going to win, but every line seems short to me. I don't think Stoltzfus is going to win, honestly. And Magomedov money line after that layoff, I'm not willing to pay minus 270. His inside the distance is like plus 120. Stoltzfus is durable. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but I think Magomedov wins. This is the guy that got knocked out by Luis Taylor infamously for the $1 million at PFL. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. That was what, like 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, he got knocked out like fucking silly. Huge left hook. Like, this is the mentor of your friend Belal. This is the guy that got him into the roids and everything. He's fucking roided to death, bro. Luis Taylor. Are you trying to flex your huge house with your huge garden? Where you at, bro?
No, I'm trying to get myself out of the glare here. That's better. I agree with pretty much everything you said. I have no bets here. I think Magomedov should win, but to your point, coming off the layoff, I'm fine just passing this. Let's see what we got next. This next one is a fun one that I like a lot. Charles Jourdain taking on Nathaniel Wood. I could kick us off here. I'm surprised the lines come in. I like Jourdain. Wood, I don't like at 145. I mean, he fought Charles Rosa in his last fight, who Magic's very high on, but I'm not.
You need to stop saying that every fucking episode, bro.
Yeah, I know. I don't want you to get offended. I know you like Charles Rosa a lot, but I just don't think he's that good. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the last fight from Charles Jourdain, it was against Shane Burgos, who's a huge 145 pound. I mean, huge. And he arguably won that fight. I think you thought he won that fight. I thought it was close, could have went either way.
Oh, come on, man. You bet Burgos, right?
Yeah, but I thought.
Yeah, of course you think he won, bro. Everybody thought Jourdain won.
Hold on. Watching it live, I thought Jourdain won 2 rounds. When I watched it back, I thought it could have went 2-1 Burgos. But either way,
he clearly won. I mean, I don't know what the scoring was, but I think round 3 was a clear 10-8. Like, he almost killed him.
He didn't really, dude. He just kind of paced him in round 3. Anyway, not the point.
Like my point is, if you want to give it a draw, maybe it's okay. But I think Jourdain won 29-27, and it can never be scored for Burgos after that round 3.
Okay. Anyway, he's coming off of arguably beating a huge 145 pounder in Shane Burgos. Now he's taking on someone who's coming up from 135, who's just not big for the weight. I think Jourdain is the much better striker here. I don't think Wood is the kind of guy who's going to shoot 5-10 takedowns in a fight. Like, he might get a takedown here and there. Jourdain does get up, and yeah, I feel like on the feet, people are going to be in for a surprise about Wood. He's okay, but he's just nothing special. And I think Jourdain has gotten a lot better over the last few years. I really like him here. I also, I don't mind the under 2.5. I was just looking at the odds, and it's plus 125, which I'm a little bit surprised about. Are you surprised at that as well?
Yeah. I didn't take fight doesn't go, but it's a very good price. But fucking Jourdain has an insane ability to be in wars with 600 punches thrown, 3 knockdowns, and then he goes the distance. It's insane. So I passed, so I hope he materializes a finish. But I played him, not the doesn't go, but I played Jourdain at the distance plus 200, pretty good price. Why is inside the distance plus 200 if his price is like minus 130? What is his price? Minus 140. Doesn't make sense to me. Booth is a guy that I know very well from his Cage Warriors days. He can be hurt, he can be stopped. Like he's an exciting fighter and he's skilled everywhere, but I don't think this move up is going to help him in any way. He kind of struggled a bit with Charles Rosa, which is not a good sign. Even though he ended up putting a pasting on the guy, I don't think that was the best performance. I don't think he's going to be able to grapple Jourdain dominantly. Like I think the Burgos fight is a very good indicator for Jourdain here. He's going to have a lot of success, and the problem I see for Booth mainly is that he's powerful and he's sharp with his striking, but he's very linear. You know what I mean? Like he's too correct for his own good. He tries to set up everything with the left, and he has a lot of issues with switch hitters, people that come from awkward angles, like John Dodson. He has been hurt in many other fights with fighters that do this. And Jourdain is a good switch hitter, hits very hard with both hands from both guards and times knees. It's going to be wild in the exchanges, and I think Booth is going to get hurt and put away.
I love it. That's your first good one in a while after those garbage predictions on Figlak and Imavov. Talk to me here. I don't really know what to do with this fight. William Gomi taking on Jarno Aerts, 2 debutants. What do you got?
You haven't looked at tape, right?
No, I did, but I just don't know. Like, I feel like minus 200 is fine. I'm not looking to lay that on a guy like Gomi, but Aerts just doesn't seem like much of anything. I'm likely passing.
I'm passing. I have nothing on it. Gomis is the better fighter, and he looks like he has all the tools to make this a clean win. Probably a stoppage if he wrestles, gets on top, and starts getting off. Could get a knockout, but the line is super short. I see is plus 280 on FanDuel, which I cannot use. I will need someone to put it in for me, but the line is plus 160, plus 140 anywhere else. That's pretty shit in my opinion. If it gets extended, it will get sketchy. The other guy, Jarno Aerts. Yeah, Jarno Aerts. He's kind of meh, but he's not horrible. He could maybe find some scramble or something stupid. Gomis is a fighter that either wins dominantly or gets into a stupid close fights. Like his fight with Tobias Harila, who is pretty good, he makes him look silly. Like he's a skilled guy, Gomis. I think he's going to win by knockout, but I'm just happy watching the fight. I think it's going to tell a lot about both fighters.
That's all I wanted. Perfect. We can move on now. John Makdessi taking on Nasrat Haqparast. I could start us off here. I think the line's about right. Haqparast really should get it done. Makdessi's old. He's coming off a layoff. Nasrat actually, I feel like, has kind of let people down. I know a lot of people are high on him. I thought he'd be a little bit more.
Not me. Like the gift, you know? Not me.
I remember he was a pretty big favorite against Drew Dober, right?
Yeah, I played Dober by knockout, round 1, everything. That was glorious.
Yeah, that was nice.
Dober was like plus 240.
Yeah, and I think the under 2.5 was plus money there, which was kind of crazy.
I remember Dober. I played Dober inside the distance plus 700, bro.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's a nice one. But, I mean, I do think Nasrat should be okay here. Makdessi's 100 years old. It's going to be a striking fight. He's not going to threaten wrestling. Haqparast should be faster, more active guy, closer to his prime. 2-1 seems fine to me. Do you have any bets here, or are you passing?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Haqparast. I have bet against him a lot of times, and I've been pretty vocal that I think he's kind of a fraud. Like he's a one-trick pony, and he doesn't have much answers in terms of just raw skill when things don't go his way with his power and speed. He's powerful with the left, and he's stupid fast. But I think this is a perfect fight for him. Like, it's a bad look if he doesn't win this fight convincingly. I played him to finish. I think he's going to fucking fold Makdessi. Like, Makdessi gets hit a lot. He's 37. He's the smaller, shorter guy. He's mainly a boxer. The speed difference is going to be fucking ridiculous. I think Makdessi gets hurt and put away. I don't know how Trinaldo didn't stop him. And Trinaldo is like 55.
I mean, no comment.
Yeah, every fighter is coming off a layoff. It can be 3 months.
Yeah. Thanks for the advice, I guess.
I think Lux played Makdessi, I think. He's getting folded, bro. Round 1.
All right. Well, you got the prediction, official prediction, round 1 KO. Next fight, I don't have anything on. hopefully you do because it'll be boring when I talk about it. Kopylov versus Chirico. I think it's just going to be a relatively close striking fight. Gun to head, I'd pick Kopylov. I think he had a rough first couple of matchups in the UFC. Chirico's not going to be able to wrestle him. I think Chirico's also had some issues dealing with southpaws, but I don't know. I just see this being a close striking fight where it's like 29-28 either side. So I have absolutely no interest in betting it. What do you think?
I have seen people on both sides. The line is close. Like I leaned the Chirico, honestly, when it got announced and when I saw the line, I leaned the Chirico, but I'm not going to play that line. I could see whatever, but I think the Chirico is going to knock him out. I have nothing on the fight, just a gut feeling. I think they are going to exchange kind of wild inside the pocket, and the Chirico is going to catch him. Just a gut feeling, based on how they move, how they strike. I think he's going to get him in a wild exchange. I don't know where Gombas went. But yeah, nothing on the fight. I think the Chirico by knockout, but may end up playing it if the night is going well, but I have nothing on the fight.
All right, you give any bold predictions yet or what?
Yeah, I'm passing, but I think the Chirico is knocking him out. Gut feeling.
You
Like
should
if
play
if,
it.
if we
Oh,
if we
wait,
get
wait,
to this
hang on.
if we get to this point like 15 units up, I'm the Chirico 3 units by knockout.
I'm gonna make another prediction. So far, I'm undefeated.
I'm not going to add on this fight,
Okay,
but I cannot promise.
official prediction. We're gonna see a tweet within the next 3 days that
No,
says
I need to add something, but it's not going to be there. But I don't have a line yet. It's for the Sunday fight.
yeah, that tweet will. What was it last time? I forget.
I added like 7 plays, bro.
Yeah,
I usually add something where I don't have the line or whatever, but
it was
I ended
something
up
I bet. Oh, the girl who won in the second round against
Pudilova.
Yeah,
I had her round 3, bro. Plus 3,400. Come on, man.
that was
I'm a
that was
big
a good
fan of
bet.
Pudilova.
Pat myself on the back for that one. I think we're at the co-main already. Robert Whittaker taking on Marvin Vettori. I know you and I are both pretty big Marvin Vettori fans, but I do think this is a good fight for Robert Whittaker. I think he's faster. Vettori's not gonna be able to take him down. Just better technically. I mean, Vettori has no KOs in the UFC, so I think primarily he's gonna have to win a decision, which is gonna be hard to do against Whittaker. I laid the minus 215 or minus 225. I think Whittaker's solid here. This is Vettori's, other than Adesanya, probably his worst matchup in the division. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts and if you agree with that.
I have nothing. I was looking at Vettori, not Vettori, at Whittaker by decision, but the line is super short. It was plus 100 and got bet down a bit. Like, I'm not ecstatic about Whittaker minus 225. I think he's going to be in a kind of close fight or a fight where he looks minus 800, and I don't know where the truth lies because Vettori is super aggressive. It's only 3 rounds. He's going to come out hot round 1. I don't think he can have grappling upside against Whittaker, really, but I think he can make it a stupid grindy against the cage, things like that. I think Whittaker movement and striking is going to separate himself. I think he probably wins all 3 rounds, but Vettori is a stupid durable, so yeah, I'm passing. I mean, I don't think Whittaker is a bad parlay piece at like minus 200 if he gets there, because I think he's a bigger favorite in hindsight, but someday Whittaker is going to come out and look real bad because his style is not made for long careers. He bounces a lot. He has had injuries. He's dependent on his athleticism and his movement, and one day he's going to come out and fall off a cliff massively. I don't know when that is going to happen. I have nothing on the fight, but yeah, I think Whittaker is going to win a clean decision.
Hopefully that day is not Saturday.
And I'm not a fan of Vettori. He's a fucking idiot.
I was just saying that.
My official prediction is Vettori clearly loses 30-27 and then gets angry when the decision gets read and says he won and says he's on a 17-fight win streak and he should be the champion. And ask for a title shot again against Adesanya for a 3rd time. That's my prediction.
Well, that's a good pick. Next up, Surreal Gane taking on Tuivasa. Can't believe we are at the main event already. So if you guys haven't already, like and subscribe. We both appreciate
Sorry
it.
to interrupt you, but I have to commentate on this. I read this and it's fucking funny.
What?
Like Vettori's roid rage is real bad. As anyone with 2 eyes can see, his roid rage is horrible. Like he's angry all the time for no reason. He's a fucking meathead. Like this fucking guy went with his Italian friends. Italian people get angry very easily. He went to an Italian restaurant in America with his friends, and they didn't like the food, and he got angry because that's what Marvin Vettori does, get angry. Something happens and he gets angry. Doesn't matter what happens. So they went into the kitchen of the restaurant to ask for explanations to the chef.
Wait, is this real?
I swear to God, this is real.
I never heard this.
And the chef said, like, okay, then you cook. And Marvin Vettori and his friends started cooking their own food in a restaurant, in an Italian restaurant.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Story. That's hilarious. Yeah. Main event: Ciryl Gane, Tai Tuivasa. I think this one's real simple. Tai Tuivasa is gonna need to bomb Gane. Gane has the technical striking advantage, the grappling advantage, the 5-round experience. Tuivasa's great equalizer is his power. I don't think he lands the shot here. I think Gane, big fave, is going to be justified. If he grapples, he probably could submit him from top. I mean, I don't really hate Gane submission, like plus 500, plus, what is it, plus 575 on Bet Rivers, plus 550 on FanDuel. So I think Gane sub is like worth a half unit shot or something. If you're into that kind of stuff, I'm probably staying off of it. Ciryl should win a boring fight here. I mean, if it's on the feet, even like Gane late props might not be bad either. I don't know. I'm fishing here. I got nothing. I'm picking Gane. I have no bets right now.
I would love Tuivasa to win this, bro.
Versus Ngannou, that's your dream.
Yeah, the UFC. I mean, I guess it's because Ngannou got injured real bad in his knee or whatever he got injured. Like he's had surgery or something, no? I think he's had surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, his knee after the Gane fight. One of the greatest fights ever. Exactly as I had predicted, he outgrappled Gane to a decision. Yeah, trust the plan. Father's plan. Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be Tuivasa versus Ngannou. Can you imagine the fucking scenes if they start exchanging? Like Ngannou doesn't grapple. But yeah, I'm balls deep on Gane, honestly. I played him by submission. I parlayed him inside the distance. I parlayed his money line. It's minus 500. I don't care. I'm not embarrassed. Anything like, how does Tuivasa win this fight? Gane, I mean, Tuivasa bombs people, but Gane is the smartest heavyweight in the UFC by far. Not inside and outside the octagon. You can see he's a really smart, careful guy. Maybe he chooses the wrong day to be stupid in his life, but even on the feet, I think Tuivasa has nothing for him. Like, Gane is going to do whatever he wants. If he's smart, he comes out, gets Tuivasa against the fence, trips him, and then submits him while singing the national anthem. Like, Gane is going to do whatever he wants to him. Maybe a heel hook. Like, if he wants to drop for a heel hook, a heel hook.
He loves doing that.
He was passing, but people on Gane had to cope hard in some way because they think if he stayed on top, he was going to win. So they said like that he went for a heel hook, but no, he was pressure passing and Ngannou flipped him with the butterfly. But yeah, it is what it is. You can keep telling the story like that.
Okay.
He was passing. Yeah, he kind of dropped when he was going to get. Everybody that has grappled can tell you that he was passing.
Yeah,
I mean real grappling, not American wrestling, bro, like sambo or jiu-jitsu. But yeah, I have a lot on Gane. Like I think he's going to roll. Like if he wins a decision, massive letdown in my opinion. He can do whatever he wants. Like he can finish this fight any moment he decides.
Our friend here might be homeless after this one.
Yeah, if you are feeling like confident, Tuivasa by submission, maybe he counters the heel hook with his own heel hook, 30-1. Like I think Gane wants a title shot, right? And if he wins with a finish, it's a title shot. So yeah, I honestly think he does it very fast.
I don't really want to see him versus Ngannou again. Do you?
It's clear he has nothing for Ngannou Medov. That was glorious, man. That was so good. People were like, what a letdown. We were expecting a striking fight. Are you fucking kidding me? This fucking 300 pounds Cameroonian looking like Jordan Burroughs was tremendous. Like, he was trying to set up a triangle at some moment. I got hurt, Andrew. That was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I hated that fight for multiple reasons, but I don't really want to see it again. I feel like Gane had every chance to win that. I mean, he was up a couple rounds, and Ngannou had a bad knee. Like I wouldn't play that. I wouldn't bet that again in a rerun, even though I did the first time.
I think that a lot of people are talking about the fight, like what you said now, that Gane had the striking advantage. From minute number one, from the first minute, it was very clear that Ngannou was compromised striking. Like
Yeah.
that was not his normal self. I think if they fight again on the feet, it's a different fight. But it's proven that he can just grapple him. So yeah, I guess people are going to bet Gane again. Like he was going the striking, and Ngannou was going to dump him like a sack, and I don't know, probably roll a Kimura or something because he's unstoppable.
He's gonna just take him down, let him up, take him down, let him up, take him down, let him up. Just put on a wrestling
It was
clinic.
crazy, bro. It was one of the best fights ever. Honestly, I enjoyed that a lot. I mean, I had a max bet on Ngannou, but
Yeah,
the fight itself was fucking funny.
I remember it was going into round 3, and Gane was like minus 400, and I was like, this is exactly how I planned it. Like everything's going perfect. Like Ngannou's early KO is out the window. Like it's smooth sailing from here. And he ends up on his back. And I felt like Gane was getting tired too. I put some live on Ngannou like at a pretty big price right after. It was like midway in the 3rd round, but I could see he was getting tired. But yeah, I hope Gane. I hope Tuivasa knocks out Gane, and then they make Tuivasa versus Blades.
This guy is right. When Ngannou tried to put the hooks in, I lost my mind, Andrew. I was like, this is the best fight ever, actually. When he got Gane against the fence and he was trying to put the hooks in like he's fucking Cameroonian Charles Oliveira, that was crazy. I was like, after 2 rounds, I remember some people had gone up 2018. I thought it was tight, 1919, but I was like, holy fuck, I'm a max betting here on Ngannou at plus money, okay, whatever. But his knees, fuck, this is not looking very good. And then he becomes Khabib Nurmagomedov. It was a glorious moment in my betting career.
Yeah, that was epic.
Father's plan.
Yeah, I mean, so that's what we've got in terms of predictions for this week. We'll be back same time next week. But before that, let's get into some Lambo parlays. While we're doing that, if you guys have any questions, leave it in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer.
I didn't make one yet, I think.
I haven't either. I'm doing it now.
I'm hearing the crickets in your garden.
Really?
Yeah, but like a lot.
Yeah, it's getting to be that time of night.
That's like your New Jersey home?
Mm-hmm.
That's where little Andrew grew up. The wrestling legend. The Olympic wrestling hopeful grew up in that house.
You're funny. All right, I already know. Does FanDuel have full props for this card? Let's see. Oh yeah, we're cooking now. All right. This is gonna be clinical right here. You going first or me?
Yeah, I actually made one. I had forgotten about this. But I didn't have props yet. I played Edgar to win, Denis to win, Figlak to win, Magomedov to win, Imavov to win, Taha to win, Jourdain to win, Gane inside the distance, Whittaker by decision, and Haqparast to win. 100 to win 10k. You like the juice, don't you? And I only did this shit because at Bet365 now, if you parlay money lines or inside the distance lines, every leg you add, they give you 5% extra on the payout. So I got 45% extra. This should be for like 6k, and it's now 10k. So yeah, why not? Always double down on stupidity.
All right, I've got a good one for you here. I think you'll like this. I just need to add 1 or 2 more legs. All right, now we're cooking. All right, so we've got 4 legs. That's it, just 4 legs. 100 to win 47.4 thousand. Actually, you're not gonna like the first leg, so I'll get it out of the way. Miranda submission round 1. I think that's his win condition. It's plus 1100. I don't think he's gonna win the fight, but I think if he does, that's how it goes. All right, now you're gonna like this. Edgar inside the distance, Jourdain inside the distance, Gane submission, 100 to win 47.4 thousand.
It's going to be crazy. You are going to lose this because you played Miranda, bro. This guy, Denis, is not tapping. Like, he's not tapping. I don't care if he gets into the guillotine. He's not tapping. He has probably killed people at knife distance, bro. He's not tapping. Like, he was actually special forces. Have you seen his Instagram? He was like out there, like in Chad or I don't know where, fighting the Boko Haram. Miranda is nothing. He doesn't even have a gun.
He's gonna have a gun. Do we have any questions? Doesn't look like it.
Is there a lot of
there we
people?
go. Now we got one. How are we feeling about Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva? I think Anderson Silva is probably the rightful favorite here. It's a big step up for Jake Paul, but I will say Anderson Silva is getting up there in age, and Jake Paul, we haven't seen him in a year. And at this age, with his training and his supplements, he probably has gotten a lot better. So I hope they make this fight. This will be a fun one for me. What do you think?
If Silva looks like he looked against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., the embarrassment of Mexican boxing, who should be disowned by his father, by the way, for that performance. If he looks the same, he wins this easily. But he's 37 and the fight may be fixed, guys. I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Like, it may be fixed. I don't know. But I will end up playing Silva, playing the draw. The draw, I think the draw is going to come in hot, like the good old boxing robbery. Silva wins whatever rounds and then gets a split draw, majority draw. Ooh, that's going to be like 67-1 or something.
I think Usyk's probably value there.
Yeah, Fury's fucking big and fat. He can maybe bully him against the ropes a bit, but I think Usyk wins by points.
Me too. If Wonderboy doesn't take the Shavkat fight, who would you like to see Rachmanov face next? I'm sure you'll have a good answer.
Anyone, but Wonderboy is a pussy. Like, I cannot believe everybody's just fine with the guy being ranked 7 or 6th or whatever he is. He's on a 2-fight skid and he goes out on the fucking MMA media and says, no, I don't want to fight this guy. For no other reason than, okay, if he doesn't want to fight him, he should, and the UFC offered Shavkat the fight, I think he should lose his ranking. And Shavkat gets it, you know what I mean? And that way, nobody has to die. I don't know. I think Shavkat is going to get someone ranked.
Well, he's ranked 11th now, so he's
I mean, someone. I would love Masvidal, but this is not going to happen.
I was gonna say, does Jeff Neal have a fight booked?
No, he killed Luke, bro. That was great performance.
Yeah, they should make that fight then, honestly.
I don't know. Neal already almost died once. I'm not sure he wants to actually die the second time.
Who is Masvidal fighting? I don't know, man. Who are they even gonna?
I don't think he can fight. He has a trial.
But even if he does, like, I have a good idea. If Ferguson beats Jing Liang,
he's probably fighting in the shower next in the county jail.
I think Tony Ferguson, if he beats Jing Liang, I don't think he's going to, but if he does, I think Tony Ferguson versus Masvidal is probably the fight.
I don't get why the UFC is doing this fight. Like,
which one?
Jing Liang versus Ferguson. Like, why? Feed him to someone, not Jing Liang.
Yeah.
I'm going to end up playing Tony by submission plus 1,000 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's plus 200. What is Ferguson by submission going to be? Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Dude, Jing Liang is going to kill him, bro. I don't know, man. It'd have to be the right matchup. But
champ shit only. 3 knockdowns and then gets a triangle.
All right, we're getting a lot now. I'm kind of skipping around. Remember when I took Magic?
Ooh, that was the first Buckley fight. That was like big cash. Yeah.
I'd be cool with that, honestly. I think Chimaev would have a pretty good shot to beat Adesanya, honestly.
I mean, I think he beats Adesanya, but Adesanya has a very tall order first. Like, he has a fight booked. He's defending against Pereira, and I'm not sure he's going to win. I think he's going to win, but I will not be surprised if he gets folded bad again.
Oh, I've been waiting for this question.
Yeah, I like Billy Q. I have bet on him a lot, but I'm really sorry that he got this fight. Like, Hernandez at 145 is monster. Like, he's going to be huge and powerful and just small people. Like, I don't know. He ends up always finding a way to fuck up fights he shouldn't be losing. Like the Moicano fight. I don't know what happened there. He was fucking winning. But yeah, at 145, I think he's going to be a powerhouse. Interesting. I don't have any tennis bets. He has asked twice.
Yeah, I was about to say that. All right, what else we got?
Adesanya doesn't have a grappling advantage against anyone. Probably not even in his gym. Like, on bottom, he's fucking horrible. He has like a good guillotine and that's it.
Against Kaikara France. All right, I have a fun idea here. I'm going to predict your bets for next week. We haven't talked about any of these fights. I was actually thinking about this earlier. I'm gonna run through the 279 card.
The Chimaev card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm max betting Nate Diaz.
It's gonna be like some type of Chimaev inside the distance if the line is right. Tony Ferguson submission, Kutalaba by submission.
No,
Kutalaba
doesn't submit people. Kutalaba wants to kill, bro. Submissions are not allowed. And Johnny Walker, like Kutalaba is probably going to try to take Johnny Walker down, bump him with the shoulder without wanting to, and knock him out. You know what I mean? Like Johnny Walker goes out he goes out from whatever. Like if you touch him too hard, he goes out.
Magic and I will be there at MSG for UFC 271, so make sure to say hi. Thoughts on Whittaker? I don't know, man. Whittaker, he'll have a speed advantage. Those guys are going to be big, though.
He looked small against Adesanya.
Yeah, I
mean, he's a former welterweight. I mean, come on. He has no business at 205, I think. Yeah, that's what the rumor says. Like Steve submits Adesanya in the gym all day.
Yeah. All right, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you being here. We will be back next week for our 279 podcast. We'll tweet out what day it's going to be on beforehand. Magic, any parting words for our loyal crew?
We got haters today on the chat. I'm not sure why. I haven't lost lately.
Mainly you.
I haven't offended many people lately. I feel like down on myself. I need to start offending more people. Yeah. People may start thinking I'm a good guy.
Nah, we can't have that. We'll lose viewers.
No, I'm a cool guy. You know it. You know I'm a cool guy. Let's talk about Dumas.
No, dude. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Peace.